Greetings, fellow anime fans. It is Corey from Super Kami Guru 9000, and join me as I review episode 18 of Attack on Titan. Tension was the name of the game this week, and I really liked this episode because there was a scene that reminded me of Jurassic Park. Not to mention there was action all over the place, getting to see the female Titan literally destroy most of the Recon Corps in a lot of really interesting ways. But at least we get to see the soldiers fight back in a lot of really great action sequences. But truly, this is an episode that I really loved, and I literally yelled out loud when I saw that to be continued screen pop up at the very end. Really, this week it's getting to see a lot of the different formations of the Recon Corps and getting to see Armin and Reiner and John sort of recover from the shit they went through in the last episode. Luckily for them, Krista arrives and she's like a goddess to them, and I think this is really funny because even though this is an anime series, this is the first time in the series I've actually thought to myself, she looks like she belongs in a slice of life show. It actually took me out of the anime, but it made me laugh. The series continues to be absolutely beautiful, the landscapes, everything, and just the way they animate it, the way they do those wide camera shots of the horses running over the hills, and of course, all the shots that were done in the forest this week were absolutely gorgeous. Whether it be the camera angles themselves or just the small touches like the little bit of sun making its way into the forest. It's little touches like that I really like. So let's talk about the scene where the female Titan swung that dude around like a frickin' yo-yo. That was both horrifying and hilarious at the same time. And you gotta think how much that sucks. Obviously, he's not even going to be able to survive the initial swinging. Just the force will be able to kill him. But when she just lets go of him, I think this was a missed opportunity. I thought it would have been really awesome because the scene that follows is that you see this one guy who's trying to escape from the female Titan and warn everybody about her. I think it would have been really funny if the body that she flew in the air actually smacked into this guy. I thought that would have been cool. But the female Titan ends up kicking the fuck out of this guy like a damn football. The biggest thing in this week's episode, though, is everybody's confused. No one really knows what's going on, especially when they get to this huge forest, which has these giant trees on them. But this actually has an advantage, because since they have the 3D maneuver gear, they finally have some places they can use it properly. Kind of like when they were in the inner cities, you know. And we've seen previews of this, like in the very first episode, they showed them, like, running around the forest. It was really, really badass, and we've even seen a few shots of the Recon Corps doing their thing there. So I think this is really awesome. It's going to open up a lot of really cool action possibilities. And pretty much the guys who are at the front of the forest have been forced to keep any Titans from coming in. And we get to see this is affecting John and Armin in a bunch of different ways. Armin doesn't really know what's going on here. He thinks this is part of Erwin's plan to basically take out the female Titan. The best part of the episode for me was definitely towards the end when they're running through the forest. And again, everything's animated just so well. And essentially there's a big warning that a giant Titan is getting ready to run up on them. And everybody starts to panic because they don't really know what's going on. And Captain Levi is not saying a freaking thing. Nothing.
You get nothing!
He's staying silent the entire time. And everybody's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And a few of them are like, fuck it, we have to defend ourselves. And that's where you get this great scene that begins where this guy jumps up, he starts to turn around to face the Titan, and there's a real slow build up to it, and I love the way they pan around the trees, and then suddenly the female Titan appears and just messes this guy up. And a few other soldiers try to take out the female Titan. She even, like, shoulder rushes one into a tree, which is brutal. And this is all happening in a single animation sequence. It looks gorgeous. The way they move the camera again, up, down, all around, it fucking rocks. The episode ends with Eren and the group panicking, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Captain Levi's not saying anything. The female Titan is slowly but surely making her way towards the group, and then suddenly, that's when Levi has the plan. He takes his gun out, he fires it into the air. To be continued screen. Fuck you, viewer. Wait till you see what happens next week. I literally jumped out of my seat. I was just like, no! Why did this happen? I just want to see more. But you know what? This was a great episode as a whole. Like I said, this was a tension builder, and it built so much. I would have liked to see Mikasa do something a little bit more this week. She had a small scene, but I'm sure she's going to have something much bigger coming up. And from the preview of the next episode, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen with Eren. It looks like it's going to be really, really exciting. I hope they do something really crazy for it. So, can't wait for that. But this episode right here, pretty damn good one. Definitely one that should not be missed. I don't really have any complaints about this episode, actually. I mean, yeah, I got nothing negative to say about this one. I mean, if you guys had anything bad to say about it, or if there's something you didn't like, maybe you could let me know. But for me, this was kind of a 10 out of 10 episode. I really enjoyed watching the whole thing, and even though it kind of gave me a middle finger ending with a to be continued screen, I still want to watch more, and I still like it for that. I love the way everything worked in this episode. Just solid-ass episode, really great series, and one that you should definitely not miss. So, 10 out of 10 for me, but what about you guys? If you did see this week's episode of Attack on Titan, or Shingeki no Kyojin, whatever it's called, I'd love to know what your thoughts were, and you can let me know with your comments below. And you guys know the drill. Before you leave, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. And hey, why don't you check out a few of these other videos we got up top, and make sure and thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.